Thanks, Michelle, for joining us today for SEACT's interview series. We're going to just jump right into this. How about you tell us a little bit about who you are, your name, your organization, and then what you do there?
Sure. So thanks so much for doing this today. Super fun. So my name is Michelle Althoff. I'm the group commute manager for Commute with Enterprise. So I'm showing my age, but I've been with Enterprise 15 years. And I've been in TDM land for 9. So moved here to Alabama about 4.5 years ago from the DC metro area, and absolutely love the weather, hate the tornadoes, love that I don't have traffic.
I forget that you're in Alabama. Yeah, I talk to you all the time, but yeah, that's where my wife's from. So
I know.
it's good people down there. Good people. So tell us what got you involved in the world of transportation or TDM or brought you into the enterprise universe?
Oh, wow. Good question. So it actually was really opportunity. So back in DC, once again, showing my age, but we opened Commute or Rideshare back at the time in 2012, and we had 35 cars. And it was such a cool opportunity when we opened it in the company. There was only maybe like 20 groups around the nation that were doing it. And it was one of those things of, this is really interesting and really innovative. And how can we help people? How can we really make a difference? And so I kind of fell in love with it. I get to run my own business. I was really successful in DC and on the sales and marketing side, and then got promoted a few years later. And I just fell in love with the overall idea of just taking care of people, helping them get to and from work, saving the environment, mitigating congestion. It just fits. So I feel like I'm doing my part.
I love that. I love that. You are doing your part too. All right. So this next question, I think I knew of you even before being part of
Mm.
ACT. I think you're like this ACT and SEACT juggernaut. People know you. People know about you, right? So
Uh-oh.
it's all good though. That's a super positive thing to hear. So tell me what was it that got you involved with ACT and then SEACT, and then specifically, I know that you're the SEACT treasurer, obviously. Tell us a little bit about what that um, the kind of the day-to-day operations of what being that SEAC treasurer is for you.
Yeah. Oh, good questions. So I actually got involved in DC. I actually kind of lucked into it. The person that left already had a membership. So it was like, hey, you just joined this organization. Cool. And I am so blessed that that happened, because I just started getting engaged and asking questions and attending webinars, most like a lot of you would do now, is just trying to go, okay, what is this? Let me figure this out. Right. And then I am a doer, as most people will know me. And I started raising my hand, and I made one comment, and I don't think she's in TDM anymore, but Katie Siller was the president of the chapter. We were at lunch one day, and I said, hey, if you need help with something, just let me know. Well, like 3 months later, I became the treasurer. So I got involved in Chesapeake and then started getting super involved in ACT. And I've had a lot of roles now. So I've served as Vanpole Council Public Policy Liaison. I was on the Chesapeake chapter board and now on SEACT. I was the vice chair for the Vanpole Council, and now I'm the chair. And I love what I do, and I love being engaged. And ACT has taught me so much from a professional development standpoint, mentoring in my own career. So I can't advocate enough for just raising your hand and going, what is this thing? And let me get involved. And being the treasurer is probably the easiest gig, in my opinion, because I do some money things, but I do way more than just handle the money. So clearly it's, like helping formulate the budget annually with our president, making sure that we're being mindful of responsibilities. And I just submitted a form to the IRS for some 990 thing, super easy, took me like 5 minutes. But really for the treasurer piece, it's really not that much time out of my day. It's a very small part of probably what I do for SEACT. It's more of just engaging with the board, coming up with ideas, being creative, taking on additional tasks. So I would just encourage you that the role's pretty easy. I mean, it's writing some checks, people. If you can balance a budget and like do some formulas in Excel, it's really not that bad.
So I think this is what makes us different. Is you were the one who like jumped up and volunteered to be associated with the group. I think I got cornered at one international conference and brought into this, but that was a
Yeah.
fantastic. I'm glad that person made that cornered me and made it happen. So yeah, good for you.
Yep.
Total juggernaut. Okay, so we know a little bit about you, with your professional world, but let's get to the fun side of things. So I think in the not too distant future, we are all going to be going to conferences and seeing each other. So I'm curious, when somebody sees you at an ACT International conference, and they want to go up and talk to you, what's the thing that's going to get your attention more than anything else? What do you like to talk about at some of these conferences?
Oh, all right. Well, hobby wise, I'm a huge foodie, and I love to travel. And my husband and I actually used to work for a winery part time. So we love going out and trying new wines, going wine tasting later in COVID, maybe not right now. And then, yeah, so if you bring up travel and just talk about like where you want to go, I'm all in. I'm already there. So, and I can't wait to get on an airplane because I haven't been on one in like 14 months and it's just so sad.
I completely understand. Well, I know that y'all have fantastic taste. I know your husband has fantastic whiskey and bourbon taste. So you are going to be a good source to go to during the conferences. Well, thank you so much for this interview session today. We appreciate it. And yeah, look forward to actually seeing you in person at some point in the future. All
Me too.
right, fantastic. All right, take care.
Thanks, guys.